Hello everybody, Mr. Pilgrim here, coming at you with our 7th video in the Platinum Trophy Guide for the last hero of Nostalgaia. In the last video, we'd gone through NPC City and the start of sequence, as well as completing Lady So's questline and Blade the Bold's questline. We'd taken on the narrator, and then we'd made it back to his tower to take on the arena, earning us a couple of trophies along the way. I believe 5 or so in total, because 1 for Lady So, 1 for Blade the Bold, 1 for getting a kill with the train in start of sequence, and then the narrator boss, and then the arena boss. Now we're back here at the Heartflow altar. Once here, like always, you want to make sure everybody is saying the same thing. We'll have nhero. Then we have the old man.
Gone off script, most noble between. I do not sing the pipe when you have. There's a well. When you have done all else, there is. When you have done all, there is a.
Now from here, what we're going to do is actually go backwards. Instead of proceeding into Orshaft Village to go fight the pipe layer, we're first going to come back to the Hall of Heroes. And here you'll see we have the innocent one here. Once he's saying the same thing all over again, you're going to come back, and here we're going to take on one of the 2 secret bosses of the game. And we're going to basically re-challenge the spirit of heroism, and this time we're going to defeat him. So once you're ready, we can take him on. When ready, you'll challenge him. He'll immediately attack. My spacing is just a bit off. But just like that, he'll go down, and we'll actually beat him, earning us our next trophy, the Essence of Heroism. Once that is done, the old crone from Warlock's Wilds will be here.
Heroism? What a joke. But it was not always such. Nothing is truly stagnant. Are you the hero that will... You hold... Hero, find the one who hates to...
Now from here, we're basically just going to head back, and we're going to do one more thing at the Heartflow altar before we finally head in to fight the pipe layer and take him down. So now you should see the old man is gone. So if we come down here, if we come down here to the heart, he should be waiting for us, as you'll see. Now, if this doesn't happen and he's not here after doing all that, there's a simple fix. All you'll have to do is simply just close your game and reload, and then he should appear here. So you'll want to give him the essence.
The memory of your kind's essence. The substance from which you and your kin are spawned. I could crush it. I could end it now. All heroes, you who weighed the world as though she were your servant, could cease to ever be. And the suffering can finally be obliterated. Such a fragile thing. This essence of you. But heroism is more. Tis a dark sacrifice.
So once that is done, you'll basically come here to the heart, and then you'll want to sacrifice the essence of heroism. This will allow us to proceed to a secret ending.
Tis quite as now. The pipe, follow the path.
Now from here, we can talk to the old crone and the innocent one last time before we set off.
At first, when I grow up,
And from here, I'm going to show you guys how to get there in the fastest way possible. Alright, so from here, we're just going to make a mad dash all the way through Orshaft Village to get to the Pipe Lair's hideout. Come on, let me through. Now, another trophy I want to talk about, and I'll probably bring this up another time, is the 404 trophy. This basically just means that you have to play the game for at least 4 hours and 4 minutes. Nothing too crazy if you're doing a very detailed run, you're trying to get everything, you're just playing it safe, you're not trying to speed run the game. Which, that will be its own dedicated video, so don't worry. But from here, we're just going to follow the same path that we've always taken to get to the Easy Maker. So you'll just take the shortcut, come in here, follow this path, come down over here, drop down again, then follow this around, and here over to the left, take care of this guy, and then once we make it back to the shop, you'll see the Easy Maker is no longer with us. Can't use him, so we'll take his Orshaft Trader's Mantra. Then from here, we can basically just make a mad dash all the way down. Or if enemies will let me. Okay, or not. Alright, mad dash it is. So for the most part, you can just run past everything and into here. As you'll see. Now we can finally head inside. Didn't realize these guys would follow me all the way. That's okay. Here you'll see we have more or less just a death trap maze of sorts. It's really not that hard. This is probably the hardest part, I'd say. There we go. And you'll want to watch out for the giant rolling balls. But from here we'll follow this path around. Do be careful not to get hit by that. If you fall down here, it's not too bad. And just here on the left is our beacon. There we go. Like always, I'll show you guys where to go from here and how to progress and grab everything. From the beacon, you'll just follow this path. There's 2 you can take, more or less. Do note you can roll through these, so don't be too afraid of them. Or just dodge them altogether, whatever works for you. Then we'll get to this next little area here, as you'll see. We'll just run down and come over to here. Grab this item right here, the Tempest Lance. And then we'll come over to here and proceed forward. Alright, now proceeding down, you'll want to just periodically roll through, otherwise you'll take damage like that. Starting off here, we have, if I can pick it up, Memory of an NPC Zone Boss. Then what we're actually going to do is drop down off to the left. I don't know if I can get that. I'm going to try and get that. Probably have to backtrack up a little bit. Probably say right here. We'll wait for one more ball to go. Then we'll run. Grab this hardcore pill. We'll wait. No, we'll just go for it. So if we follow this path and then down here to the left, we can grab Memory of a Corrupt Hero. Then we'll follow this ball down. Just here on the right is a hardcore pill. We'll wait again. Actually, we'll go for it. Here we'll grab a Memory of a Corrupt Hero. We'll proceed forward again. And here you'll see we have an area to remember a weapon. So now we'll backtrack. We'll wait. Come right here. Wait again. Then we'll proceed up. Do note, if you do get infected with this status effect, all it is a poison. So you'll just need to be wary of your HP. So now we have this little secondary area over here. All these tentacles. You can roll through them, as you'll see, like so. Make sure we stay topped up. Then we'll come over here and come down to the left to get the Bad Dream, which is the weapon that you need to remember at the little area down below that we were just at. Just double checking these back areas over here. I think there is an item over here. Yes. Then we'll head back on up. Try not to get poisoned again. As you'll see, it kind of gets pretty easy. Then we'll follow this path along, and just over here, we'll get a hardcore pill. Then we'll follow this path up. We'll just be careful of to our right. As you'll see, this is where some of the giant flaming balls can be. So we'll grab this piece of tradition. Then we'll come around to the right. If you have a torch, I would recommend putting it on. Do be careful not to fall down. From here, as you'll see, we have these balls that will run down. And we'll basically follow them through to this little back area here for 2 items. As you'll see, we can see when they're coming, so we can be careful. We'll grab our last, I think, source right here, the bomb code, which will get you the Song of Source trophy. Do note, I will leave a link for the Steam guides, which will basically just sum up everything that I go through. I wish I would have known about it before I started doing this to kind of help me out. But if you want to double check anything that you might have missed along the way, that is a perfect place to go and do that. So continuing on, as you'll see, we basically just loop back around. So then we'll follow this path forward, and here we'll get our next beacon. Then from here, we can just open up the door, and then proceed forward. Now, one thing I'll also say is we should only have one more rune to grab as well. Almost done. Almost done. Alrighty, heading forward, the first thing we're going to do is turn around and head up these stairs here. This basically leads all the way back to the shortcut found in Orshaft Village. As you'll see just up ahead, past this little loading barrier. Come on. Come on. There we go. As you'll see, this basically leads right back out to where this guy is. Ta-da! Reshaf Village. Now we'll head back down and proceed further into the lair. The fact that the final, air quote, final boss was located right beneath us the whole time. Who would have guessed? Now from here we're going to head into this open area of lava and staircase. As you'll see, there's a couple items to grab. So what I'll do is I'll activate the herb to give me some passive healing, and we'll see just how bad this does. It does quite a bit, but it's not a lot. There we go. Should be able to get out. Got those 2 items. And we're just going to stay topped up. Following this path forward now, we can head deeper inside. Not really much to grab in these first few areas, so we can just run on through. Heading on up. Got at least 1 item to grab in this open area here on the left, but do be careful of tentacles, as you'll see, and you can get another hardcore pill. Following this up and around. Like I said, there isn't too much to grab along the way. Once we get here though, as you'll see, there's an item on our left. So we'll just come up here and turn around and head down to get it. Get the other brother weapon. Then here we'll just head down. And as you'll see, we have someone waiting for us. Once ready, we can head on down and meet nameless Nhero, who is waiting for us. As you'll see, like what normally prevails, the R2s are golden. But he can still get his attacks off faster than me, so sometimes baiting him into attacks is what'll work. Like so. As you'll see, though, it's pretty easy overall. I'm just bad. Once defeated, though, you'll get your shield back, his icon, his shield, and his weapon. And then we can proceed forward into the next beacon. And just like before, you're going to want to make sure that you return his icon to increase your healing, as well as also getting a trophy for completing his quest. So there is that, as you'll see. Ta-da! And now we can move forward. Now from here we're just going to continue forward, like always. Gonna run through here. There's a single item to grab here, so we'll quickly come and scoop that up right here. Memory of a corrupt hero. Avoiding all the tentacles and whatnot along the way. Proceeding forward. Following this path around. Not too much to find just yet. One item here on the right though. And then we have this little lava area, which is just great. Make a run and grab this item here. Try and get as far as we can without getting caught in the lava and the tentacles. Then we can turn around up here, double checking, nothing. Now before we head up, if you actually come off to the left here, you'll find that there is an item and then a door leading to a side area where we can find and grab our last rune. So if we come down into here, following this path down into this nice open area, you'll see we have this chest over here. For 4,000 memory, we can unpress and pick up the last rune, the Runed Suave Rock, which will get you the fully formatted trophy. Like I said, I will leave a link that goes over how to get all of the sources and all of the runes throughout. That way you can double check. Like I said, the main ones that you're wanting to grab when you can is the Easy Maker keys to get all of those sources and runes. But now we'll proceed forward. Not too much left before we're at the end. Here we'll have a giant little stairwell heading down. It's not the main path, it's just a side path to a smaller area, as you'll see. To grab this one item over here. Memory of a Valiant Hero. Then we'll head all the way up and continue along the main path. From here, if we just kind of proceed along the left side of this giant pillar, we can find an item. Then from here, before heading up the stairs, you just want to come off to the right. Here we have a kind of cell area. A few items we can grab in between, as you'll see. Come into this last cell here, we can turn in and grab this item. Then if we follow this path around to the right, double checking these along the way. Not too much to find, as you'll see. But if we come to this last cell here on the right, follow this in, we can head on up. Then one last time. Here we'll have a little bedroom, and out here on the balcony we'll have 2 items to grab, and then we can be on our way. We're almost at the end, don't worry. Now we can just head on forward. There's nothing across in that little cell to grab, it's more or less just going to be for a memory. Now we can follow this up. Follow this around. We'll first come behind the bar. Get some cherries. Then we'll come over here and grab this item. The chainmail armor set. And then we'll come over here and turn to take this secret little staircase up to grab the green herb. Then from here we can just follow this path. Now if you happen to mess up the dialogue with Vengeance after giving her the heirloom, you will have to fight her here. But if you didn't, then she'll be found just up to the left. But for now we're going to come off to the right and take these stairs down. As you see, there's one item here, Memory of a Corrupt Hero, and then over here we have an area to where we can go flat, and reach the final beacon. There we go. We're almost done. So from here, just level up a little bit. It's good enough. Now we can head on forward. Like I said, from here, we'll now head off to the other side. And just up here, we'll find vengeance waiting for us.
My exist always concerned. Let's
And we'll go for it together.
vengeance.
Then once ready, we can take on the pipe layer. Once ready, we'll enter and take him on. As you can see, he's kind of similar to Wonder Schonenberg, where he has some wide attacks. Once you do enough damage to him, he'll kind of shrink. And after a certain amount of damage, he will then head back and heal up a little bit. Just like before, though, he'll get small. He can still do quite a bit of damage. And then one last time he'll try and jump up to use his healing, but it won't work. As you'll see, nothing really changes from him being small to him having this power up. And just like that, he'll go down and you'll get 2 trophies. Now we can talk to Vengeance.
Nostalgaia's heart awaits an end to the. Do I now? Some part. Nostalgaia has. Is that? Nostalgaia has. Is that an.
Now from here, what you want to do is you have 2 options for an ending. The first one is to sit and take the throne right here. But we're not going for that ending, so we're just going to walk past it and ignore it. As you'll see, you can take the throne, but you don't want to do that. So from here, you'll just follow this path around. Of course, loading. Always the biggest issue. But from here, we'll basically head back on out. And if these doors look familiar, they should be. As you'll see, we're now back at the heart flow altar.
He who hates his seek the heart.
So now from here, we'll take a quick rest. Alright, from here what we're going to do is we're now going to complete the Innocent One's questline as well as take on the next secret boss of the game, the Reservoir of Pain. So now what you want to do is talk to the Innocent One.
I want to be like you. I'm in it.
I don't know why it won't.
The Reservoir of Pain. Should you... We must... When you and the...
So now we'll lend him the Reservoir's relic that we remembered here, the Stern Glare,
I am ready.
and complete the Innocent One's quest. And now that that's done, you'll have your next trophy. You can talk to him.
It did. I feel.
Once ready, you'll make sure that you talk to everybody.
No, but from the reservoir.
And then, once you're ready, you can head down and we'll take on the Reservoir of Pain and get our next trophies along the way. And as you'll see, someone is angry. As you'll see, he's not a terrible boss to fight and deal with. And just like that, he'll go down, and that'll get us our next trophy. Once all is said and done,
Though
you
you
can
will
talk
be
to
rebuked
everybody.
through your but I want to remember.
Make sure you talk to everybody. Just
You
be
have
sure.
What a useless... But
I don't know what I'll do possibly. I know that you're right. Or maybe.
And then from here, what we'll do is we'll sacrifice ourselves and get the true ending of the game. Now, once all is said and done, you do have an option to go into New Game Plus or not. So since we've already gotten the ending, but we still need to basically remember all of the weapons and armors, we're not going to go into New Game Plus, so we'll first hold off and just say no. This will put you back right before sacrificing yourself, as I'll show you now. Just so you'll see, you'll just be right before the heart. So yeah, as you'll see, ta-da! Everything's about the same. So now we'll head back on up, and the next video is going to be kind of a long one, but I'm going to be going over all of the remembrances in the game. As you'll see, I've probably only got 8. Not a lot. Oh no, actually I have 9, my bad. But yeah, so there are some that you will need to farm for, and like I said, there's others that we find, and then some that we had to buy from the Easy Maker in Orshaft Village. But this has been Mr. Pilgrim. I do hope that these guides and videos are helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, and as always, I will see you all in the next video.